Hello and welcome to your mat. My name is Stacey. For today's practice, you'll want to have a yoga strap and 1 to 2 yoga blocks available. If you don't have those props, that's okay. You can substitute with any other similar shaped household item. Go ahead and get what you need, and I will meet you lying on your back in Shavasana. Take a moment to settle onto your back. Bring your arms and legs wide away from your body. Start to settle into stillness. Take a few slow breaths in and out through your nose, allowing your belly to rise and fall with breath. Each breath in, your body's invitation to take up space here on your mat. Each breath out, your belly softens. The muscles begin to melt into the mat beneath you. Feel your body grow heavier and heavier with each breath out. Releasing tension, tightness, and stress along the way. Take note of how your body is feeling. Any areas of tension, the desire to fidget, to move. Just accepting your body where it is this evening. And being welcoming to change that'll come throughout your practice today. Turning your awareness to your breath and the subtle movements that come with it. Without moving your body, start to turn your gaze over to the right, sending your right ear down towards the mat. You can play with the height of your chin, drawing it closer or further from your shoulder. Turn your gaze back through center and over to the left. Gaze comes back through center. Start to awaken your body by wiggling fingers and toes. Find some gentle rotations through your wrists and ankles in both directions. Slide your feet together at the bottom of your mat. With the left leg extended long, draw the right leg in towards your belly, interlacing your fingers around the knee or the back of your thigh. You can also use your strap to add length to your arms to make your right leg a little more accessible. You can stay here in the center, or you can slide your left foot to the bottom left corner of your mat. And with the left foot at the bottom left corner, start to direct the right knee towards the outer right shoulder, as if you're showing the inseam of the right pant leg to the sky. Stay heavy through your left hip. Keep it reaching down towards the mat. You're creating as much distance as you can between the right knee and the left foot. Choose stillness, or you can take some slow motion circles with the right leg, really isolating the movement to the right hip. Circling in both directions. And as you move through a point of tension where you feel that stretch most, pause there. Just listening to your body, letting your practice be your own. If it's not already there, draw the right knee up through center. Left leg still extended long, find center as well. Keep your left leg reaching to the bottom of the mat as you move into a twist, crossing your right leg over to the left side of the room. Option to place your block beneath the right knee. You can spread your arms out wide. You can keep the left hand on the right leg if you like. The gaze is at the ceiling or over to the right. Breathe deep into your lower right belly. Gaze comes back through center. The right leg will follow. Hug the right knee in towards your belly for one more cycle of breath. And then reach for your strap, loop it over the right foot, and extend your right foot up towards the sky. If this is a little bit too much, you're welcome to bring a bend into the left leg. Bring the sole of your foot to the floor. And you can have as much or as little bend in the right leg as you need, as long as you're feeling a stretch up the back of the right thigh. If you don't have a strap, you can substitute with a leash, a belt, a tie, anything you have that's a similar shape. Or you can simply hold on to your right pant leg or the back of the right thigh. If your left leg is extended, make sure it remains active. The left toes are pointing up to the sky, they're not falling over to the side. Keep reaching that right heel up towards the ceiling. And then with the strap or without, we're just going to take a few little circles with that right leg, making them as big or as small as you like. circle in the opposite direction. Just making sure to move at a pace that you're able to look for areas of tension, where those circles maybe become a little more jagged or uneven. Then pause in the center, deep flex in the right ankle. If it's not already there, we're going to bend the left knee, bring the sole of your left foot onto the floor. Release the strap from your right foot, turn the toes to the right side of the room. Bend your right knee and let the pinky toe edge land on the left thigh for a figure 4 stretch. Ground down heavy through the left hip as you direct the right knee away from you. If you're still not feeling a stretch into the outer right hip or glute, you can draw your left knee in towards your belly, take hold of the back of the left thigh, either by interlacing your fingers or using a yoga strap. And if you're still not feeling the stretch, you can hold on to your shin instead. Whichever variation you are in, as you continue to reach the right knee away from you, keep that left hip rooted. Stay long through your low back rather than scooping your tailbone up towards the sky. You can play with the weight of your hips, shifting from the left to the right. See where you feel the stretch most. Lower your left foot onto the ground if it's lifted. Keep that figure 4 shape with your legs. And just start to tip your knees over to the right side of the room. So you're coming onto the inner arch of the left foot. The left knee is reaching down towards the floor but does not have to touch. Option to place a block beneath the left knee for support if that brings you a little more comfort. Breathing into the left waist, the left hip, wherever it is that you're feeling the stretch. Come back through center. Release your right foot onto the floor and draw both knees in towards your belly. You can take hold of your pant legs or interlace your fingers around the knees. Just hug the knees in towards you. Maybe a gentle rock from side to side. Just massaging your low back and pelvis. Pause in the center. Keep the left leg hugged in. Extend your right leg long. Create as much length as you can up the right side of your body. But take notice if you're starting to scrunch your left hip up towards the left shoulder. You maintain length up your left side as well. The right leg stays active, right toes are drawn towards your face, but the left ankle can soften. You're welcome to stay here in the center, or we'll slide the right foot to the bottom right corner and create a little bit of distance between the two legs by directing the left knee towards the outer left shoulder. Make sure your right hip is still reaching down in towards the mat instead of tipping onto your left side. Choosing stillness or movement, you can take some slow motion circles with your left leg. Just rotating through the hip joint. In both directions. And as you move through that circle, when you feel the stretch most, wherever that may be, just pause there. Each time you land in stillness, can you turn your awareness back to your breath? Taking long, slow inhales in and out through your nose. Slide your left leg back through center. The right leg finds its way through center as well, reaching for the bottom of the mat. Take a big breath in to lengthen. On the exhale, find your twist, left leg's crossing over your body to the right. See if you can keep your left shoulder reaching for the floor, even if that means the left knee is a little bit higher off the floor than you'd like. You can always fill that space with a pillow or a yoga block, a small dog if you have one. Your gaze is at the ceiling or over to the left. As you breathe in slowly, notice the areas in which the breath moves more easily. Take note of the areas in which there is more effort to send the breath, a little more tension, a little more restriction. Without judgment, without attachment, just taking note of those differences. Continuing to breathe. Gaze comes back through center. The left knee finds center as well. Pause for a full cycle of breath in the center. And then reach for your strap, loop it over the left foot. Then extend your left foot up towards the sky. Maybe you're feeling a little bit tighter on this side and you choose to bend the right knee, bring the sole of your right foot to the floor. Maybe you have a little more space and you're able to keep the right leg extended. You can use the strap to draw your left toes towards your face, or you can simply hold the back of your leg and maintain a flex in your ankle without the strap. If you are using the strap, make sure that the pinky toe edge and the big toe side of your foot are equal distance from the ceiling. A lot of times the pinky toe likes a little bit of a head start and it leads up towards the sky a little bit higher. See if you can keep them equal distance. Can you find a way to have a little more softness through the upper body? Maybe that's unclenching your teeth, softening your face. You can bring a gentle bend into your elbows and let your elbows rest on the floor or on blocks. And we'll take a few of those slow motion circles with the left leg, making them as big or as small as you like. But taking those circles in a way that doesn't involve the whole body. We're just moving the left leg. We're not rocking from side to side, being as stable and still as you can. Circle in the opposite direction. Looking for areas of tightness. And just welcoming some movement into the hip joint. Next time you come through center, pause there. Take a full cycle of breath. And if it's not already there, we're going to bend the right foot, bring the sole of the right foot onto the floor. Release your strap, turn your left toes to the left side of the room. Bend at the knee and let the pinky toe edge land on the right thigh. You want to have a nice deep flex in the left ankle so the left toes are drawn towards the shin. That's going to help protect your knee joint. Ground down through the right hip and guide the left knee away from you. If you're still not feeling that stretch, you can draw the right knee in towards you. Take hold of the back of the right thigh or around the right shin. Another option is to step your right foot up onto the block or up against a wall, just depending on what feels best in your body today and what props you have available to you. If you notice that your tailbone is lifting up off of the floor, or you're holding your shoulder and your head up, it could be a sign that you're going a little bit too far. Maybe consider using a prop next time. Slowly lower the right foot onto the floor if it's been lifted. Keep that figure 4 shape as you tip your knees over to the left. The right hip is lifting up and over to the left as the right knee reaches down towards the floor or a block it does not have to touch. You're using the left foot on the right knee for a little bit of added weight, but you're not being forceful. Take long, slow breaths in and out through the nose, expanding through the belly and waist. And see how that changes the stretch sensation. Come back through center. Release your left foot onto the floor. And with the feet wide at the edges of the mat, knees bent, release your arms at your sides and just take a gentle rock of the knees from side to side, releasing any last remaining tension that may develop. When you feel even from side to side, pause in the center. You have the option to tip your knees into touch with the feet nice and wide. With the knees supporting one another, this is a great alternative to Shavasana, especially if you have low back sensitivity. It's a great way to allow the low back to reset and settle into the mat. If you prefer and are comfortable doing so, you can extend your legs long to the bottom corners of your mat for Shavasana. Taking the arms and legs as wide as you can away from the body. Releasing through wrists and ankles. And settling into stillness. Making any last minute adjustments that you need to find comfort here on your back. Surrendering to your mat, to gravity, to stillness, and to your breath. Take note of the weight of your body and how it grows heavier and heavier with each breath out. You can encourage your eyes to close and allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. Remaining aware of its presence as it moves through your body. As you lie here in stillness, offer yourself as many more breaths as you have time allowing. When you do feel ready to get up and go, do so as slowly and mindfully as you can. Taking with you a little sense of openness, of peace, and of calm that you've cultivated here on your mat, with you into the rest of your evening and week to follow. With such gratitude for you joining me here today in practice, and for your patience with my slightly croaky voice. With gratitude, as always, namaste.